There we go. Okay, we should be good. Cool. We know, Aurora. We know. It's okay, you don't have to say it. Thank you for reminding everyone, though. Oh yeah, it's Nine's coaching time. Oh yeah, we're fixing him. Oh, the fund, that's from it's bugged actually. I need to hide that. That's from people using that's from people using the code. I have to fix how to do that. So don't look at that for now. What's the Dashback podcast? So Menderbug and Gary AM run a podcast, and they're gonna have me and Nurse on the podcast tonight. There's no more cast occurs, so we're gonna be featuring on someone else's. But yeah, today should be fun. Gonna warm my hands up a little bit, and then we're gonna get started with our coaching with Nines. Oh, you did, Aurora? Let's go. How'd that go? Good fun. Oh, Merp, we know. Yeah, it's okay, man. He knows too. It's okay. Wait, true. He's not even here yet, and you guys are making fun of him. Even more. Perfect. Perfect. One second, I turn my heater on. What's good, Arbor? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Juno. It's all very true. Oh my god, first chat message is roasting Nines. That's awesome. I'm glad you could all be here to make fun of him. An evil Coach Seek. That's right. Which one? Yeah, which one are we listening to? We'll have to find out. If Zeus fans are the gaggle and flock, what are Zeke fans? The jar. You guys love the jar. That's awesome. The weak hit forward air change on Rono low-key doesn't feel bad. I actually think it's better. There was a clip that was posted that I think Max replied to. I forget who it was from. And I realized that they could have forward air wobbled right there. Like, they could have gotten a fair and then done the combo. And I think that would have been better. I think it's actually kind of a buff. Thank you, Duckies. You too. Hope work is going well. Appreciate you stopping by. No, my subs used to be called the homosexuals. You gotta tuck your homies into bed. I think there's a command, might be exclamation point homie or homies, that might still exist from like years ago. Back when I streamed Pokemon. Okay, let me get ready. Oh. Yeah, back when I shoot Pokemon on Splatoon, Obs a Cloud against Librarian is making me want to die. It's definitely a rough one. Good luck. All right, let's go grab 9s. Oh, I was there. You never got a shiny Mudkip, did you? No. No, I never did. I gave up. That we reset so many times. I should do that again. That's a good way to put it, Aurora. Stango, I'm coaching right now. I'm coaching right now. What do you want? Ah. What do you want?
Hey,
Hey.
Z.
Yeah.
Hey, I know you're coaching. I'll let you go quickly. I have a question.
Okay.
Do you remember when we heard about Craig's up throw all stage being nerfed?
Dude.
And it was in the crater build, right? Did you know that that change didn't go through?
I know, man. I know. I know, man.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to check. All right, have fun.
Yeah, no, thanks, man. Cool. There was a Crag nerf that didn't make it into the build, into live. That's all. Just yeah. Yeah. Not a leak. We played it on stream. We saw it. It's just All right, cool. We're good. I'm good now. I'm good. I'm chill. I'm chill. I'm chill. I'm cool as a cucumber. I keep getting DMs of people going, "Who is Zeke's sleep paralysis demon on ranked and casual?" That's cheesy potato. It's awesome. Six more months of Crag. Brian, it's not. I found another bug they need to just let me in. What'd you find? Did you post it and put it on the noteboard also? Oh. No, you told Metis directly? Oh, good. Perfect. By the way, reminder, guys, everybody, go, if you want to help support this community in a very small way, please go support Lynn on her Ko-Fi. She is the reason that Dragdown exists, and this game would not be nearly as good without her documenting all this stuff. So make sure you guys all go do that. There you go. Gum Special never acts galvanize. Oh, yeah. I heard about that. All right, let's do it. Hey.
Oh my, Coach Zeke.
Oh my, Michael Nines, you did it. You're finally here.
Dude, I know. Work was killing me. Work was way busier than I thought. Usually I'm kind of out of there by like 2:30 my time.
What do you do for work?
I'm in tech sales and consulting, so I work at Qualtrics. Big old
hold you
survey
hostage.
company. Yeah, a little bit. It's busy. You know what? It's January, so like everything's busy and it's Q1 for all the companies, so they're all just starting to like do a bunch of stuff. So
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You got lots of fans in the chat. Don't look.
I'm not looking. I don't even have it open.
Good. Yeah, don't look.
My fans. I feel like Lorena right now, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone's my fan.
You're a dweeb, dude. All right. Let me see. What did you write down that you want to talk about? I also sent you the lobby code.
Beautiful.
And then the best server for you now is Dallas, right?
Dallas would be best. Chicago's fine. Ashburn tends to be okay. It's honestly
Dallas. Yep. All right, so let me see. Before we kind of go into this, so You played Smash before this. Yeah.
Correct.
You played Mewtwo, right?
Greninja.
Greninja, right. I'm mixing you
Yeah, he wants me-
motherfuckers up.
Bro, you want me to be a Mewtwo main so bad.
Might be the second time I've said that. Yeah. I mean, Mewtwo might be better than Greninja, so that's fair.
That's just not true.
No, I'm rage baiting you.
No, yeah, you're doing a good job. You're doing a great
Okay.
job.
Thank you. What made you want to get coaching?
Because you're cool and everyone gets Zeke coaching, and I feel like it's my time. Honestly, plus I saw the notebook thing you were doing. I'm like, you know what? Like, let me support this guy. Let's get some coaching while we're at it. The biggest thing is that like I hit a point where like the stuff I tell myself to do doesn't work. So it honestly works out a lot better when other people tell me what to do. And you tend to be good at telling people what to do. So
Okay. So you're looking for guidance, like direction, and I know you put down a couple topics of things, but you're mostly looking for direction.
Oh, yeah, like I have like a general sense of I don't want to say where I need to improve. I think I just need a clean, like fresh set of eyes to look at my gameplay.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Learn most common situations. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and join in on that lobby code, and let's get to it.
So, man.
I know one of the points you talked about is like the most common situations that like repeated situations where you can like observe people and adapt and like take advantage of them, right?
Yeah.
And I want you to think of situations where you essentially take advantage of your opponent's agency, so that being like their freedom of choice. So a really good example of one that's like really simple is the way someone acts at a shield when you hit their shield safely or unsafely, right?
Yeah.
Just in general, like, do they like to try to swing? Do they tend to pick defensive options? Things like that, right? Little things like that can be really, really good. Creating that situation for the like with the purpose of observing what they do next. So like if you do like a retreating space back air and be like, okay, what do they do next? And like letting them choose what to do next. So that you can observe and use that for like going forward is really good. As well as like if it's a situation you're familiar enough with, then you don't have to like worry so much about trying to like keep up with it all the time. Right. Because it's a very repeatable situation as well. Another example of these would be certain DI on some of your throws, or certain tippers and things like that, like the way they DI off neutral B. Some people are really lazy about that. Little things like that go a really, really long way. But the goal and like the best way to think about it is like you kind of answered the question in the question, which is like it's repeatable situations. It's simplistic situations that are repeatable. And in certain matchups, certain things are more apparent. And again, certain playstyles, certain things are more apparent, right? If someone's camping in shield on plat a lot, that's a situation that's naturally going to get created more than someone who's like base rolling and running at you the whole time, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think a lot of it for me is also how to respond in those situations, because a lot of times like I'm okay at identifying those situations. A lot of it's the speed at which I do and my actual response, which I guess kind of trickles into like my adaptation speed in general, which I feel like is kind of on the slower side.
Yeah. And I think the big thing is like going into it with the intention of observing. And this is where you use things like narration and just like saying what you see, not analyzing it any deeper than that. And getting better at like information processing as a skill.
Gotcha.
Because the goal is just like, okay, I'm gonna hit their shield, and it's like literally say what they do out loud and like play off that. Like the goal of narration is to just flex the muscle that's like in your brain that is taking information in. And then once you're better at like using that muscle, it's looking for those specific situations where you're trying to do it. That makes sense?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
And I would imagine like evolves depending on like positionally and like percent based and like what my win cons are at that given moment.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Okay. It's all dependent on context and things like that. But just recognizing that you don't need to like hyper fixate on like exactly this situation, but recognizing when there is repetition occurring, and using very easily replicatable things like how they act off ledge, how they act out of shield, how they act out of floor hug, stuff like that. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. What are some matchups that you do like, and what are some matchups that you don't like?
I hated Locks until Gek beat it out of me.
Okay.
Locks is still kind of a thing for me. I'm not good at Forest Burn, but that's a lot of inexperience. Most of my bad matchups, personally, are just due to a lot more inexperience. Believe it or not, Olympia I still kind of struggle with. I like Crag. I like Raster. Absa is weird. I like Absa until I fight Shadowhawk. Atlas I'm okay with. Orcane, I have no idea what I'm doing. Fleet and low-key, kind of a Swiss cheese game plan with that one.
Okay.
Rano, I just learned how to tech, so I'm okay now.
That's awesome. I'm
Dude,
proud of you.
You'd be so shocked at how little I know about this game sometimes.
No,
Like,
it's okay. That's the magic of the game.
time.
And like the cool part is that just like everyone else, you too can open the Dragdown wiki and go read the section that explains
I
all the
know.
mechanics in the game.
Shout out Lynn, man. Like I literally had no idea how to tech, and I'm like, you could buffer the tech, and then I never died to a Rana off stage again. It was crazy.
No, legitimately, I encourage you to just like there's the system mechanics section just on the front page. Just make some time this week and just read all 9 of those pages. They're not long, and just familiarize yourself with all the little nitty gritty things. Okay.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right, let's play a few games, kind of see what you're doing, and we'll go from there.
Craig. Okay, I'm like not warmed up. Give me like 10.
That's okay. It's perfect.
Perfect. Oops. Oh, new up throw.
Yep.
I haven't tried it yet. Oh god.
Have you not played the patch at all yet?
I played it for maybe an hour with Kate, but I haven't actually like practiced.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't work. What is that?
Nice. That was a crazy timing, whoever just did that. Oh, wait. My game froze. 1 second. I'll fix it, guys. I'll fix it. How annoying that it does that.
Brother,
there we
this
go.
guy stinks!
There we go. Nice. Good.
Oh, my timing's so off.
Oh no, that just doesn't combo, bud.
It's real, trust. no. That was an up air.
Yup.
Womp. That new launch angle was crazy. Oh. Oh my god.
Yep. Yep.
Don't worry about it.
Let's see one more game before I say anything.
I don't know why that turned into forward air. That's so funny.
That's okay.
Yes, let her burn. I have no idea what they did to Shine. I know they like changed some weird stuff about it.
It's a little bit slower. Like wave dashing out of it is slower. It basically is like almost identical to the speed of Fox Shine and Wave Shining now. That's it. But this
I love
it has the
when
same
they-
safety and all that other stuff,
Gotcha.
which makes it visually easier to parse.
Grab range.
Nice. Whoops, that is not what I wanted to do. Nice.
Dude, my timing's off of that. That's it.
Thank you.
Oh, that's exactly wrong. Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why Fair
Okay.
came out.
Hmm?
Fair came out. I'm in down air.
Oh. All right. What?
Don't waste my time.
How did you feel about those games? What stood out to you?
Honestly, that I'm kind of Reggie Gigas and that I'm slow start in general when my mind starts working. I'm low-key swinging, just in
Yeah.
the space you're existing in more than
Yeah.
I am trying to like.
You definitely try to cover space, and it's not even like where I am. It's like you kind of like pick a spot and try to exist there. And a lot of times I'll just like full hop around you or just like land into you and cross you up, and you have like predetermined what you're gonna do before I've actually like landed and done it. And especially when it comes to like ledge trapping. You are trying to ledge trap in this game like it is ultimate still, and you are
That's
not
so
respecting that
true.
I am invulnerable if I do drop jump after
I
gravity.
know. I tried back
I-
airing your jumps so much.
And down airing and like all that. And like you got the down air a few times and I was like, okay, you're just gonna keep doing it. And so I started doing that, or like baiting you to shield and just like crossing you up safely. And you just did not have a solution when I started crossing you up off of ledge. I need you to be more mindful of like the idea, you know, I mentioned this earlier, of like your opponent's agency and being aware that you don't have to physically throw something out to like encourage a reaction. There is like two different kinds of pressure, and the best way to kind of think about this is like physical pressure versus positional pressure. And right now you use a lot of physical pressure where you're like actively trying to like hit me or hit my shield in some capacity and like swinging for the purpose of like hitting me, or you're swinging because you're scared. And both of these things have value in the right context, but the problem is you're always swinging. So the times where I would just like stop swinging or swing in a way where you couldn't do anything. So a lot of times I just started like throwing fireball at you, right? And as Crag, I just started like dash attacking you way more and just holding down way more aggressively. And you didn't have a way to address that because you kept relying on swinging. You were grabbing a bit more, which was good, but it's mostly you're just unfamiliar with like what to do off grab right now, which is totally valid. But I think it's very telling that you are very uncomfortable with like what to do if you aren't swinging. And what I want you to think about is like in a position like this. So just like come stand still, right? Why am I pressuring you?
Because you're kind of like relatively at the space you want to be at. You're like mid-range Clarion right now.
So the big thing is like you're in my burst range. I can hit you unreactively. I can hit you. And there are variances in like the ways I can do this, right? But the issue is like you have to respect that I can swing in this space or break this space quickly and swing and hit you, right? And there are different layers because we also have things like dash attack to be mindful of, right? But then we have things like our extended burst range, because we have our immediate burst range, which is like just doing this in place, or like baby dash, right? But the extended burst range, where like I could quickly wave dash and do this, right? And be able to reach you, right? And there's that extra little step. But in this range, you have to respect that I can come and hit you from this position. I can come reach you, right? And the idea is like, instead of always doing it, because right now the way you're doing this is like I enter your space and you're like, oh, we're supposed to fight now. And it's like, no. Just because I'm near you does not mean we have to fight. And that doesn't mean you have to swing. You rely a lot on like meeting your opponent in the middle instead of abusing the fact that like you can have like better positioning and you have good movement, but you're not using it at all. Like you do move well, but the problem is like most of the time you're moving forward or you're standing still. That makes sense so far?
Yeah, makes sense.
The next thing I want you to think about is what's called a reactionary window. So, you know, we have this like burst range, like immediate burst range that we've imagined, right? When we're moving, the idea is to like enter someone's burst range or exit someone's burst range with the goal of observing what they are going to do next. And this is one of those things that you can recreate where you can just wave dash backwards and just be like, what do you want to do? And if you react to them dashing, we can stuff it out. We can catch them jumping, like all these kinds of things. But what we need to do is be willing to let them make that choice instead of just like go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's kind of falling apart for you, is that you're relying too much on like, well, we have to meet each other in the middle and swing and see who wins. And it's like the way you're playing it is like you're gambling. And I think that leads to a lot of discomfort on your end. On top of you definitely are struggling on the side of comboing right now. I would describe you as not a combo Clarin, if that makes sense. I think there are little routes that you like to take, but especially since the changes, you are definitely someone that's gonna need to spend some time like relabbing.
I
some of the
know,
stuff.
I gotta go back.
But being aware of things that don't change, like nair confirms and down tilt confirms and jab and sour up tilt and down air confirms, like are all the same as like those starters. It's that like your mobility is a little bit smaller, and like up throw has different confirms. Like you saw the DI in on up throw gives you a lot of really cool stuff now. They go straight up when they DI in, and that's awesome. And we want to take advantage of that consciously. That makes sense.
Right.
But the whole idea is like we need to stop trying to like predetermine what we're going to do and be aware of when we don't have to guess. And I think that's something that'll help you so much is when you stop moving and guessing and grabbing and guessing and retreating and guessing. It's recognizing when you can just be open-ended. Because what I want you to think about is the more time we're spending swinging and doing this stuff and like standing here and just doing this, the less opportunities you get to have to react and then make a choice. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay. Any questions?
None so far.
Okay.
None so far. You're making sense though.
How are we feeling right now?
Feeling good. Feeling like Coach Zeke is coaching me. No, I'm feeling good about it. You're making sense.
Cool. All right, let's try again.
I
And I
definitely
really
don't
want you.
I definitely don't disagree at all.
Yeah, let's do another game, and I want you to kind of see the way I'm moving and like positioning, and then also like be aware of the situations where it's like I don't have to swing right now. Okay.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Much better. Nice. Oh. Nice. How'd that game feel for you?
I just took it a little slower, I think. Made more
Mhm.
sense. I was kind of starting to see where you were in a second.
Now, the next thing I want to ask you, be honest with me. Have you read your knockdown percents?
I just learned what some of them are. I'll jab.
Okay. Okay.
I don't even know.
I
I
was
don't
gonna
remember
say
them.
there are
I
a lot of
promise you,
times.
I
when you are
don't know
pressing- Yeah.
half my percents, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Because there are
Call
like
me
a
out.
lot of times like you press a lot of jab and it's like jab is good to do at like lower percents if you hit somebody as they're pressing a button, because then they can't like floor hug as they're pressing the tilt, as they're jumping at you, right? But I think you rely on it way too much, because Hipper jab does not knock down until 59 to 73, and so that's weight based, okay?
Yeah.
And it's like you're pressing it at like 30, and it's like it's fine to do a little check every once in a while, but it's like I'm floor hugging and hitting you back every time, and you keep trying
When's down
to
tilt
do it.
knockdown?
Now down tilt's a funny one, okay? So Hipper is 25 to 33, so 33, 35, just internalize a number like that, and we'll talk about why 35 is a good number. But sour spot, 100 to 124.
What the hell?
Yeah, but up tilt is 20% on everybody at all hits. So
Sour and tipper?
yeah, so Tipper is 17 and
Okay.
sour is 20. That makes sense.
Sure. All right, so 20. Okay.
The big thing that I really want you to internalize is like when some of your moves knock down, and the fact that like your strongs like can just knock down. So things like your down strong, where like pivot down strong can be really good. But this also is very important for like your aerials, where a lot of times you're trying to use like nair, and the multi-hit of like the body hitbox, like the inside hitbox, doesn't knock down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so a lot of times I'm just like floor hugging that, and you're drifting through me, and it's allowing me to shield and things like that, and you just like can't do anything. And then the like final hit on the tipper doesn't knock down until 51, and then the non-tipper is 72. And so it's like you're using a lot of these moves in like non-contextual ways, and so you need to not you need to be more cognizant of like when these moves work, and like even things like your fair one on like non-tipper doesn't knock down. It just doesn't. It's like it knocks down at 300%. Does that make sense?
That makes plenty sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And so there's I'm sure I'm saying these things to you and you're like, oh, this is why I keep getting hit back and grabbed back, right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
And this is something that you need to like spend time on to like internalize when some of these moves become like activated. So like, we said the number like 33, 35, right? So tipper back air beats crouch cancel at 32, but it knocks down at 13. So tipper back air and up tilt become available at like around the same time, right? Then we have your dash attack, which is actually like a great option for knocking down. So dash attack on the blade knocks down at 28 to 36. So 36, just like 35. So that's just like what we saw earlier with down tilt, right? And then tipper knocks down at 7 to 11. So this move knocks down very early if you tipper it. That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we have down tilt, dash attack, or like layer 2. We have up tilt, and we have dash attack as layer 1, right? We have your aerial like back air tipper. And this is the hard part, is you have sours and sweets, and so you have to be cognizant of like your positioning. And this is something that I know you're capable of, but it's definitely something that you need to it's something you need to spend more time like actually researching and being aware of, like, oh, hey, I'm actually getting hit back for pressing this button. That makes sense.
That does make sense, yeah.
Okay, let's try another game, and I just want you to be more aware of like some of these percents. And like your goal at low percent is to like get them to 30, and then everything gets easier.
Okay, so layer 1 is what?
Layer 1 is that we're number 1 is like we're trying to grab. Grab is like the most important one, because that's going to get you at least 20 to 40%, right? And that's something that we just have to lab again and kind of get used to, right? But the first thing that we're kind of doing is like at like 0 to 10, it's like we have strongs, we have grabs, and we have pokes, because the way it works is, so I'm going to taunt and then down tilt me. Okay, when you hit somebody and they floor hug, it pushes them, and certain moves will push back further, right? And so if you like tipper down tilt me, right, when I floor hug this, right, is like it'll push me way further back, right, because the knockback scaling on it, right? So this is something to be mindful of, is like in that situation, it's like you hitting that down tilt and being like, I know that this doesn't knock down. So it's like not autopiloting your follow-up there, because they can still floor hug and shield and things like that, right? But instead, reacting off of like the Tipper stun. Does that make sense? And like
Yes.
taking space and applying like positional pressure and hard reacting. So you could like hit that down tilt and then baby dash or like just dash forward or wave dash forward, react, and then play off it. And that's again a situation you can recreate and observe somebody during. That makes sense.
Gotcha. Yes.
Okay. So this game, I just want you to be aware of like trying to push people back and like retreating and like stuffing people out to get percent. But we want to get that first 20% to get to up tilt. That makes sense.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna have to not hit jab.
Yep. Remember, you can press jab if you hit somebody as they're moving. That's the goal. There you go. Nice. Also, thank you, Beastly, for the raid. Hope Dubs was fun. Nice.
Bro, this is freaking game.
There you go.
Side. Oh, that's wrong.
See there, it's like you didn't react to like what you got
Yeah,
off that
I-
hit because it knocked me down at this high percent, right?
There you
Yeah,
go.
nice. Yeah, and you see there were a handful of times where it's just like push and pull and push and pull, and then it was just like a lot of scrappy things that you need to be aware of. And like the thing that I want you to think of is once you enter that knockdown percent, do you know what happens when you hit them with the move?
Yeah.
It puts them into force knockdown, right?
Yeah.
And playing for that is also really, really, really important. That makes sense.
Yeah. 100%.
All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
No, you're good. Hi, chat. I'm not looking at chat right now. Maybe I will. Let's see.
All right, I'm back. All right, everything making sense so far? Any questions?
Yeah, definitely is. Dude, I don't think I hit jab like once at low percent, maybe a couple times,
Yep.
but I felt way better about it. I was trying
Yeah,
really
yeah,
hard.
and it's just like being really, really aware of what you are doing and like why it does or doesn't work, and being aware of like this doesn't work because the game says it doesn't, and like they're just holding down, right? Like
Yeah.
that's a really big thing, is realizing that like as you reach that higher and higher level that you're starting to play it more, it's like they're just gonna hold down, and like that means it's time to stop trying to engage with them in that way. And it's fine to like skill check people, but it's very understandable to just like go into it and be like, okay, they've been holding down constantly, I need to like not do any of this shit, because they could just hold down while they're pressing these buttons. But being aware of when they can't be holding down during certain actions, that's the key. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's the big thing I'm finding right now, because like I haven't had that beaten out of me yet. Like I'm still finding a lot of people, especially on ranked. Like I think I'm 1580 on ranked, and like I'm still not finding that like people are floor hugging enough to where like I know like it's an issue. But I mean, it's very apparently an issue now. And like when I go to locals, like when I'm like going further and further into bracket, it's like, all right, there's something pretty wrong.
Exactly. Yep. 100%. All right, let's try again. And just keep everything we talked about in mind.
I've never seen this skin. Why? She looks bald.
She's peeled.
Ooh, I didn't know this was this thing. Sage.
Oh yeah, this is the new Sage skin. Yeah, this is the Lorena stage.
Nope, that was not so. I don't know why I dash tagged.
And see there, it's like you tried to up tilt a second time before the fact that like I could have just acted there, and like you could play for the tech chase. Respect my agency. Because you guessing and getting that up tilt doesn't make it hit harder, doesn't make it happen faster. If anything, it just makes it harder for you, right? Nice, great find. Like I already like that you're replacing a lot of jab with the dash attack, but once we get to the higher percent, remember like that 100, that's when you can really start to use it. Yeah, exactly. You're shielding way too much in neutral. When we're just standing at this distance, so like stop for a second. If we're just like standing at this distance, why are you shielding?
I'm afraid of your dash attack, but I can just floor hug that.
But if you're supposed to, like, what is the better thing to do against dash attack instead of shielding it?
Floor hugging it.
Yeah, and so dash attack 1 will always knock down. So if you floor hug and tech, you'll always beat it. And I think this is the issue. Is like a lot of times where I'm like jumping or just like you're shielding as I'm dashing away, which is the mistake because I can't hit you from this far, right?
Right.
Or like if I jump, I can't hit you. And so being aware of like why am I shielding? Because there's so many times you're getting stuck in shield and then being forced to like wave dash out of shield or like jump, and then I'm just smacking you right as you're acting out of it. Because what you also need to be aware of is sometimes it's like, okay, I've shielded. I now have to accept the consequences of the fact that I chose to shield here. And I think a lot of times you're trying to like shield the flicker, which is a little bit better, but it's still not nearly as good as like, oh, that makes sense. And it's something you need to be way more conscious of. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, ready?
Yes.
What I like about that situation that happened there is like, even though I was hitting you with like the ping pong, there was a point where you were like, okay, I have to do something different. And that is like a really good sign that like, even when you're in disadvantage, you recognize like a repetition occurring where you were getting stuck in place. What I want you to think about is like, a lot of people, when we like mess up or like get stuck or like we don't know what to do, we suffer from what's called like broken record syndrome, where we just kind of like sit there and like imagine it's just like the record just like hitching like over and over and over, and we just do the same thing over and over hoping something changes. And it's like, if I recognize that you're doing that, or I opt to recreate the same moment, so like there it's like I did the exact same thing twice in a row and I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna go for it a third time now. And then you finally like changed it, but it's on you to recognize that like you have put yourself in that moment where like you are stuck and you are making the same choice or lack thereof choice. Like there, that makes sense. Okay, the next thing I kind of want to talk about quick is do you know how to double stick DI?
Yes.
You do not do it.
I don't do it against you. I don't know why. I
think you're just uncomfortable, but it's something to be really conscious of is like when you're getting hit, it's like being aware of like how to utilize it. What I want you to think about with double stick DI is like, it's like super DI. It makes getting out of things more effective. It makes things less true in a lot of ways, especially at those like mid to high percents. It's very important that you do it. And I think a lot of times you're trying too hard to think of like what is the right answer, where like what I want you to recognize is a lot of times there are wrong answers, or like a wrong answer of like don't DI like this when something hits you, or don't DI when something throws you like this. But instead it's like, okay, what we need to do is like opt for one of the right answers, some sort of variance. Because if we just do the same DI or lack thereof, then we're going to get taken advantage of. That makes sense. And so just being aware of just like, I just need to at least try to DI out here and just like see what happens. Or try to DI up, like try to mix it up. And I think a lot of times you tend to do like what I call lazy DI, where you're just kind of holding a direction on your stick and trying to see what happens. And then when you're fighting better players, they're just hitting you like repeatedly faster than you can process. That sound right?
Yeah, I also low-key don't know how to DI maple stuff, so there's that.
It's okay. More times than not, the answer is like up and out or out.
Gotcha.
Like there was like a time like you DI'd like and went through my back air correctly, like little things like that, which is a great sign. But definitely something you need to be mindful of is that you just got to try. And like, especially moments like this, like it doesn't matter. You just like try different DI and see what happens and feel it out and like observe the difference instead of just like seeing what happens. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try again. And this will be our last one, okay?
Sounds good. I got it.
Make sure you're looking at me and not yourself. See there, it's like you didn't account for your knockdown percent, right?
Very true.
And that's why you went for that run up grab, but it's like you just assumed I was either going to tech it or that it wasn't going to knock me down.
Hello, I got turned around. That's crazy.
Nice. That time you were right. You just didn't go far enough. And see there, it's like you try to meet me in the middle, but it's too fast. You can't win by meeting me in the middle. You can't win by doing it. You're relying so much on trying to dash in or jump in and win that scrap instead of like, what if I just didn't get hit by this? What if I didn't get hit by Maple running up and up tilting me, right?
Right.
Yeah. And that game, like, very much extrapolated. I very much encourage you to, like, go and rewatch that last game and just look at how many times it's like I would either wait for you to run first or, like, just already be running and you'd be like, I guess I'm going to move forward and swing. And it's like, I want you to think about this. And this is a very funny way to internalize this. You are the one with the sword in this context. Why are you getting closer to swing your sword? Your
Makes
job
sense.
in a matchup like this is to do primarily one thing. Keep me the fuck off of you. Right? Swat me away like a fly. Why are you getting closer to the fly if you want to keep the fly away? Make sense?
Very insightful, yes.
All right, my friend. Let's recap. What are we taking from today in your own words? What have you learned and internalized?
Keep the fly away. No, I'm kidding. So, I mean, biggest thing is just knockdown percents. Definitely need to know those. Actually, like understanding the layers of percent and how things kind of unravel instead of mashing jab like a freak.
Please let me kill you. Please let me kill you.
Yeah, the other thing is just like knowing when like it makes sense to just not swing and like where observation is the better option than just trying to have a hitbox just to have it out just because I'm gambling. That's the big one. I do feel like a gambler when I'm playing. That was my big thing. Is like, why do I feel like I'm gambling so much?
Yeah.
Because like it, and I get rewarded for it too. It's like, okay, I guess right. Surely I'm doing something right.
The big thing is recognizing like, oh, I got lucky. Like that's a thing you have to internalize.
Yeah. Because I get lucky a lot. I think I just got so good at gambling, and then once I'm starting to fight these better players that are just like, yeah, your gambling's not going to work.
I think it's a mix of a couple things where like the game has evolved in a lot of ways where like it's harder for you to gamble now, and as time has passed, it's gotten harder and harder and harder for your character especially to just be like, well, I'm gonna rip a jabber and up tilt and see what happens, right? That has become less realistic and harder to do as the game has evolved. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Anything else or any final questions?
No, but I'm excited to write all this down in the Wanter notebook.
That's right. Yeah, guys,
go guys.
Guys, go get your own notebook like Nines and start
I
studying up and writing down what you learn and make sure like I said, you'll be able to go rewatch this on the YouTube live stream. So
Beautiful.
I encourage you, like I said, rewatch this a couple times over.
Yeah, I
and internalize this because we went over a lot of stuff. Okay.
I definitely am. Yeah.
Cool.
I get to look
All
at
right,
myself.
bud.
I'm gonna be like such a chud, bro.
Soon you will evolve from Chud to Chungus. You'll get there, dude.
Yes, sir. Yes.
You'll get there.
Bro.
All right.
Now I get to go watch Marty Supreme, so now I get to be another.
Oh, there
leader.
you go. You're gonna get inspired. I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard it's great.
I've already seen it once, man. I need to see it again. I'm going with Kate and her family.
Just another 3 hours. Let's go, dude.
Yes. It's
Fuck yeah. All right, well, enjoy. And if you ever have any other questions, feel free to just let me know. All right, bud?
Yes, thank you, man.
Oh,
all right, peace.
Brother, this guy stinks.
Alrighty, let's get this VOD pulled up here. Hello, friends. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, thank God, this guy is leaving. Old school Zed, Troy Sivan. I listen to a specific genre of music, Flux, and it's called good music. I listen to exclusively good music. Yeah. I hope you guys understand that idea. Why is my capture card having issues today? This is messing up too. Okay, that should be good now. All right, let's get Mr. Librarian in here.
He says something stands true to those win conditions.
Oops.
He sets up for sure.
Ah, yes, Sealer versus the Librarian. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that was a good session. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Hope you're all having fun. Reminder, if you guys are interested in getting your own coaching, make sure you go do that on my website, zekesports.coach. And yeah, we're going to get ready here for just a second. And we're going to do our session with the Librarian, who's also another new student, an Olympia, which I'm really excited about. The IQ of the street. You guys are so mean to Mike. You guys are so mean. Insane behavior. Beat my homie Riptide. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He beat a lot of homies at Riptide. That's right. That's right, Marcello. All right, let's get the goat in here. It's time to fix another Olympia. Liam died for this coaching session. That's right. That's right. Hello.
Hello, hello. What's
How
going
are
on?
we doing, my friend?
Doing all right. You?
Can't complain. Can't complain. Today's been fun. All right. This has been a long time coming. Let's go through a couple questions before we get into it, okay? So,
Yeah.
tell me about you. What games did you play before Rivals 2?
So I've been around the block for a while. I've been competing in Plat Fighter specifically for about 10 years now. I started with Smash 4 back in like 2016. I think it was late 2016. And then from there, moving on to Alt. But I also dabbled a bit in PM at the time. I've dabbled in 64.
Nice.
Tried Melee, didn't work out.
And
then a couple other non-Smash games too.
Okay. Who did you play in Smash 4 and Ult and PM?
Smash 4, I played Ike and Pika up until my first local, where I dropped Pika in favor of my low tier.
Nice. Let's go. Nice. Good start.
And then in Ult, I played Ike all throughout that. Dabbled in other characters, trying to pick up a good character, or a better one at least. Didn't work out. And then in PM, I played Pika.
Okay. You like Pikachu?
I do.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
He's a funny little guy.
Now, Olympia. Olympia's who you landed on. Who did you play before Olympia came out?
I played Fleet.
Fleet. Okay. Now, what brought you to Olympia? Let's start there.
So what brought me to Olympia was I played Rivals 1 a little bit. Didn't really have a character that I clicked with until the Workshop 4 got added. And then I played Olympia and I was like, oh no. Oh, this is the most fun I've ever had with a Plat Fighter.
Yeah. They're evil. They're pure evil. Yeah.
Yeah. So Rivals 1 Olympia did it for me. But I was working night shift at the time, and my scene didn't really have Rivals 1 locals. So
okay. Yep.
Matchmaking was kind of dead for me, and I didn't know where to look for games, so I dropped it pretty quick.
Gotcha.
It was fun though.
Okay. Now, have you ever gotten coaching before?
One time.
From who?
Well, I've only paid for coaching one time.
Yes.
But I have my roommate and friend who has been coaching me along the way for as long as I've been competing.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. I love that you have that. Okay, cool. Very cool. What made you want to get coaching today?
what made me want to get coaching.
Yeah.
You've been pestering me about it.
I have been pestering you about it. Yeah. Yeah. But like, what made you pull the trigger? What do you hope to get out of this session?
I'm hoping to find a new direction to go.
Okay. So right now, are you
New
like feeling
ideas.
like stagnant?
I'm not really feeling stagnant, but I want to find new inspiration from others and see what others have to offer to me. And I think you are probably the best person I can approach for this.
Cool. I love that. That's awesome. I'm flattered.
I'm just telling you how it is.
So immediately,
Yeah.
we're fighting the fleet character. Okay.
Yes.
Why did we not pick the bigger stage?
Why did we not pick the bigger stage?
Why did we not pick the bigger stage so it's harder for us to hit us?
I am not comfortable with port. the honest
Oh, okay. So we're going to talk about fleet really quick. Okay.
Yeah.
There's one thing that's really bad that happens when we fight fleet. And when we're on the smaller stage and they press the funny nair and it hits us off stage, really bad. Right?
Yeah.
So when we go to the bigger stage and they hit us with the funny nair and we don't go off stage, it's a lot better. Okay.
I understand that. I understand that, but
Yes.
I operate off of the no fear principle.
Yes,
of
I know you
I
do.
fear no nair.
Right. Right. And this is good to do. But I will very much encourage you, if you are fighting the floaties, especially, or actually, I will specifically say fleet. I think going here and going here, if they let you, 100% the play. But let's talk a little bit more about merchant. Why don't we like merchant? What about it do you not find, like, are you not comfortable about?
I want my opponents dead at 30 as consistently as possible, and I can't do that there.
Why?
My moves don't hit hard enough for me to consistently do it. And I don't think my
Now-
advantage is quite there.
Okay, I was going to say, yeah, I don't think it's the moves. I think it's your advantage, right? And I think
It's definitely my
I think-
advantage.
Yeah,
I
and I
think
think
it's
being
weaker compared
specific
to
in that way
others.
is very important when we discuss it. That you
Yes.
recognize what is you and what is Olympia, right? Because there
I'm
are
aware that it's
things-
my advantage.
Yeah, yeah. There are things that we as Olympia can struggle with, but we definitely need to be aware of like what fleet is causing to like extrapolate, whether it be like you or your character or both. That makes sense.
For sure.
That's the first thing I kind of wanted to talk about, but that's something to explore. And like, I encourage you, and it's something I've told a lot of you guys, is like playing on like Harbor and playing on like Merchant and being like, this is the shit. And it's like, especially certain matchups like this, where it's like, we need this space, we need somewhere to run away to. As well as like abusing like the character and like the routes that they take. Like, I love taking Claire into Merchant. It's really hard for them to find a lot of value and find hits on me that are high value as well on that stage because of the layout and how far and like how large the stage is. But I don't like Fire Capital against Claren for the reason that you said, where it's like sometimes it's really hard to kill her there. Depending on like the type of player, that can definitely happen. But I think it's very much a big thing where like Merchants, Blast Zones are not that bad, where it's something we need to be concerned about. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, I just need to put myself there more than I do. Because like Jules is just a lot more familiar to me as well, coming from Smash 4.
Yep.
Where
No,
that
it
was
makes
just
perfect
like-
sense.
Yeah, and PM. So
No, it makes perfect sense. Everybody loves Smashville.
of course, who doesn't?
You're either Smashville or you're PS2, and you can't be both.
That is correct. Actually, I do not like PS2.
Yeah. Yep. What are some of the things that you feel like you struggle with as a player?
As a player, I'm really good at putting myself in really bad situations for zero reason.
Yeah.
And I acknowledge them after I've put myself in that situation.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
think.
oh,
Go ahead.
I guess I'm dead here at 60 because I made this mistake. Oops.
Yeah, I think something to internalize is like understanding like why those situations are happening. And like when you're, and like what's good is you're aware it's like you're creating it, right? And so I think this is like a really good example I kind of want to give is like you are somebody that struggles with something that I call like you play in twos, and it's a form of sequencing where you pair actions together. assuming how, like, what I want you to think of is like interactions. It's like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. But like sequencing, we can like pair these actions together and autopilot the actual each like step and how they can like react or play out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so in this moment here, it's like a lot of times you'll like dash back and then dash forward and do something, or you will throw gem and then do something. And like there's another moment here where like you throw gem and then you immediately like dash away instead of like throwing gem and being like, why am I throwing gem? What is the reason behind me throwing gem here? What am I looking for? Where it's like you dashing back prevented you from getting closer to pressure here and be able to take advantage of the fact that he shielded in like an efficient manner where you could have just like grabbed him like you were trying to.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
And so just being aware of like when you are pairing actions together for no reason, where I think a lot of times, especially when it's like you're jumping and you're predetermining like what you're going to do. What I want you to think about when you're fighting a character like this is we want to move in ways where the opposing character like physically can't hit us either in a meaningful way or at all. And I think this is like the step where you're struggling a lot, is putting yourself in a position where it's like, how do I make Fleet's job harder instead of hitting them, like trying to hit them more? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like even here, like what I want you to think about, and this is very important, especially in this matchup, is you find this grab, awesome. The first thing you should have done here was like grab this ledge, but you did it in like the slowest way you possibly could have. Where like we both know off this down throw, it's like maybe you get like a fair catching his drift, but we also could go for a trade because he's at like 0, so we don't have to be scared, right? But if we're not going to do that, what we should have done was just like run, turn around, shield and grab, or run wave, like turn around, wave dash and grab ledge, so that we could then abuse invincibility or a refresh. That makes sense?
That makes complete sense. And I will say the reason I chose to grab ledge this way is because I'm not comfortable doing it faster.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like that right there is proof that it's like this is something very specific we need to practice, is grabbing ledge. And it's something that I've noticed in your play as someone that's both played you and like watched you play quite a bit. When it comes to ledge, that is something that you are very uncomfortable with as a whole, whether it be in advantage or disadvantage. Your recoveries are not the greatest. And like I think you think too much about like the ledge instead of like what I want you to think about is like when we're off stage, imagine like this is the trapeze, okay?
Okay.
And it's like if we fall, we have the safety net. That is the wall, okay? Our goal when we're recovering is not to be on the trapeze and try to make it across. It's to fall and get to the safety net. And like getting to do the whole trapeze is a reward we get based on what the opponent does, not what we want to do. That makes sense.
Okay.
And like, especially in positions where they're close enough, we have to respect their agency, their freedom of choice. And it's like, at worst, we get to the wall. And the reason why it's the safety net is once we get to the wall, what do we get to do?
We get to wall jump. We get to tech off of it if they come down.
That's the most important one, right? Is teching.
Rat trick.
Because teching allows us to get another wall jump. It gives us a resource. It gives us a mix up from that position where you can tech and fast fall, tech and act with uppy, tech and jump, tech and wall jump. Like there is so much variance that can occur in this one moment from teching. And being aware of like ultimately our goal is to get to the wall and get high enough to tech and up B and force our way on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And if we can't get there, then it's like finding our way through that. And I think a lot of times where you're struggling is with something I also struggle with, which is kind of just like burning the resources for the sake of burning it or just going on stage as fast as possible. And I think that's the thing that really gets you, is like a lot of times it feels like it's one or the other. And it's like always like hyper fixating on the ledge itself. That makes sense. Any questions or thoughts so far?
I think a lot of that comes from playing a character with a really sad recovery for like most of my competitive career.
Yeah.
Because like he's sad.
Yep. Yep.
His
No, there's a
options for
panic in your
cover
play
are
for
like,
sure.
yeah, it's like I get side B to ledge, I get up B that I have to space properly, and
Yep.
then in ult I had air dodge, which sometimes worked,
Yep.
and that's all the options I had. So it's been a little hard adjusting to it and
Mhm.
exploring new options that I
Yep.
have available to me.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And I think that's the thing that you need to be aware of is just like start with step 1 and it's like we need to just get better at getting to the wall in general. And the next thing I kind of want to talk about is like the idea of like this philosophy too, where like a big flaw in your play is like a lot of times you tend to like on stage and just like in general there is like a distaste for like the ledge and like being off stage. You are very much like scared at like all times. The act of like getting on the ledge is something very foreign to you. And it means that like the way you disengage out of the corner becomes like very telegraphed, where you either swing or you pick like a really funky defensive option and try to finagle it from there. And it's like in this kind of moment, this is a great one where it's like sometimes you're gonna be in this moment, it's like, oh cool, we're doing this, and it's like, oh, I cornered myself, and it's like, all right, well, I might need to like go off stage and or grab ledge here, and it's just like that back air we both know is safe, right?
Yes.
It's very safe. And so like they're gonna be able to punish this roll. And like that would only have worked if he autopiloted swinging after. And so he did that back air and then like shielded with the goal of reacting to what you're doing, because you can't punish it unless he was in front of you, but he is behind you, which is like by doing back air or up air in this scenario, you can't punish him. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so like this is the big thing I really want you to internalize is like there are these moments where it's like we're in a bad position. And what we have to do is like imagine like an L, right? We are losing this interaction right now. And our goal is to make the L smaller. And sometimes the only thing is, how do I not die? How do I take less percent in this moment? How do I just not get hit again? Right. And I think this is something that you struggle with a lot is like you're trying to solve the problem by hitting them back. Or like primarily you're getting stuck in place and trying to hit them back or do something like roll and spot dodge from in place. Or even like parry. Like you're the way you play is what I define as like fake mobile. You're not actually like moving around a lot in like a variety of ways. You kind of move quickly and then pick a spot and try to win a fight in that spot.
Yes.
And like I want you to watch this where it's like you're like watch the way you move after this. And it's like it was very obvious that your goal was to win a fight in the corner. Like your intention was like, I'm going to come hit you in the corner. Instead of like what we needed to do here was like keep moving and like bait him and like play off this and like let him choose and get the answer. Because right now it'd be awesome if we find an air and try to carry him and try to get something in this context, especially in the current patch that this is on. But like you're not going to kill him off an air at 32. The odds of that is so low. We just need to keep nickel and diming him, which is just like find a hit here and there. As well as like by going for those nairs and things like that, you're constantly cornering yourself. Does that make sense? You're always moving towards him constantly. And while that can be good when you hit his shield, it is not good if you do not hit his shield.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember you did that. Yeah. That hurt my soul. Yeah.
It hurt mine too. Don't worry.
Good rule of thumb, just to remind yourself. And this applies to like any recovery where it's like, okay, they're now falling. And it's like there's like a fast fall mix up and like they can drift and things like that. Don't ever guess.
Yeah.
All you had to do here was just like, especially at like this high of a percent, react, down tilt, and play it out.
Yeah.
And like, even if you waited a little bit longer, where it's like, what I want you to think about is like the point where you should have ripped the upstrong is not like where you aimed. You like hit him where he was, not where he was going.
Yeah.
Like in this moment, it's like you hit for this right here. This is what you aimed at. Where like what I want you to realize, like there's still mix up from this height. And it's like, this is where you should then have done like, I would have done like a dash and then a Dacus to then catches. But also, I don't think it even killed unless you like charged it like this. That makes sense.
So in that specific spot, I was looking for a Dacus. I just missed the input there.
Yeah, it's because you didn't do the Dacus correctly because you were running already.
Yeah.
So you got, you did like the jump cancel. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Good. You did it. Oh, and then you did the thing I told you to do. Yes, coughing baby.
Yeah.
Coughing baby's a little weaker now, by the way. Or
Yeah.
it's a little better, but you could still just hit it, and it's the same thing because you can hit the down B or the up B there, which is awesome. You also suffer from another habit that I'm really bad about too, which is like actively hitting the shield and shield checking them too much. Where like you just gotta grab him, big dog. You've conditioned for shield hard enough at this point, and he has shown you shield hard enough. Where like after that nair, just grab him. Because he's waiting for you to hit his shield, and he's following the rule, kind of like what I said earlier, where it's like being aware of like what hits your shield and how. This is something I have taught him, and he's showing it to you that he knows how to do that, which is like if you press jab or down tilt on his shield, he's grabbing you on a reaction. He is seeing like you are putting me in the bad scenario, and then being like, oh, you're giving me my turn because you're hitting shield disrespectfully.
Yeah.
That all make sense so far?
I think so, yeah. It makes sense.
Okay. Something I want you to be mindful of too when you're fighting the floaties is like being aware of like when we just want to end the combo and like where we end the combo and like the direction we want to hit them. So in a moment like this, I would have done like another back air into fair or like nair into fair to put them in the position we wanted. Or what you also could have done, since this is a floaty, is you would do rising up air and then either like another rising up air off of this, and then you would do like up air, hip fall, up air. You do the up air, swing into down air or fair. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Or if you were feeling spicy, you could do that into like back air to get the reverse hit and hit them out. But the idea of like ending your combo on the floaties, because when you get this position, it's like, oh, this is like kind of awkward. It's not actually that bad, but it's like really hard to engage with in like a comfortable way, whether it's her, Obza, Rast, or whatever. It's just like they're in this weird spot where you're not close enough to pressure them with another hit. And they have a lot of mix-ups on their landing, right? And so by putting them like, especially like off stage, it removes the whole like them floating like literally and hypothetically over center stage, which is like the place we don't want them to be.
Yeah.
Unless they're at a very high percent.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Any questions or thoughts so far?
Nothing specific now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and the whole idea of like ending your combos, this is something in particular that like if you go back and watch some of the old like Dango or like Zeus VODs, they were so good about like really simple combos, and especially with the way the game is evolving now, like it's kind of becoming more and more encouraged. We can still get longer strings like Sandstorm and stuff, but we both know that we're not going to be hitting Sandy combos every day, and that's totally fine. And so being aware of like, I just get my simple like 1-2 or 1-2-3 and just get my free 40 to 50, like do that more instead of like kind of like greeting for more. That makes sense.
My thought process for pushing advantage lately has been, I've always been one who just gets my 1-2 and then resets to neutral.
Yeah.
But then I see others do more, and I'm like, I should probably try to push a little bit. I just don't really know how far exactly I can push.
That's the thing. Limit testing is very, very good, right? Yes. But especially like within this context, especially like in a set like this, you don't need the limit test in those moments like that. And it's like the odds of you killing him there is so low. Limit testing is not even like worth it there, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the big thing, is like being aware of the value of like simplistic 1-2, 1-2-3, and like building off that. And then looking for specific situations, especially like in certain matchups, where you get to really like explode them and exploit them. And I think like creating that situation where like you get like a really simple combo on fleet and try to find like, instead of like trying to kill her here, it's like, imagine if we routed for like up air, hip fall, and then like back air fair. And it's like you put her all the way out and she's at like 70 already off stage. You pretty much can't make a mistake off stage anymore. And like trying to find this kill isn't inherently bad, but like you just did it in a really awkward way. And like recognizing like it's okay, I don't need to get this kill like right now is important. I feel when you're putting the pressure on yourself to find kills, and it's very apparent when you're doing this, especially against the floaties. And like just being aware of little things. This was so unfortunate because I think he gets the crouch cancel on this.
Yeah.
Oh no, he like bounced off the ground, so it's like weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit him in the air and he died down. That's so strange. But like little things like that, just being aware of like when you need to push it and like when you can't. Does that make sense? Because the way it works when it, like you can't is the game says so pretty much. Well, and it's like the compound of like the game and your opponent abusing things like floor hug and like DI, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that being like the thing that we're recognizing as we're hit confirming or lack thereof. And I think this is a really good example of lack thereof, where it's like, oh, we missed this, and we're doing a little too much. You kind of saw and or heard something like side B and got a little excited, and thankfully it kind of worked out, but not so much in your favor. That'll make sense so far.
For sure.
The other thing that I kind of want to talk about that's kind of unrelated to all this is like gem field usage.
Mm-hmm.
When someone is inside your field,
Yes.
there are specific things they cannot do, which mean you get to pop it like almost guaranteed on everybody in the game. And micromanaging this while you are like playing and moving is very important, especially in these matchups like this, where like if you crystallize him here, he dies.
Yeah.
Right. And creating moments like this is really important, where like I want you to look at him here, where it's like we do this, all this, and it's like we shield, he lands inside of it, and he didn't automatically break it. And what we could have done there is, one, not go directly on top of him, because in this moment, I want you to put yourself in his shoes, where he's like, oh, fuck, I didn't break the gem. And he was like trying to bait you to gem dash to it, to hit it. And it's using the gem as bait to then land on him with something like a down air or like a forward air, or like reacting more efficiently or like effectively in this moment, where you are like racing him to the gem without gem dashing as like a bait. That makes sense. And like, again, it's like you're hitting him where he was, not where he's going. Like you expected him to shield a lot. And I think this is like a really big issue, is like you're always trying to hit someone's shield. You're assuming they're going to hold a shield and over respect you. And now I have a question for you.
What's up?
Besides ranked, who do you practice with?
Who do I practice with? I go to my local on Monday nights.
Do you win your local usually?
How many people are there? Not many.
No. Do you win your usual? Like your?
Oh, do I win it? Yes, unless Terry shows up.
Okay, right.
And then
so when it's not Terry, you win, and is it like pretty dominant?
It's incredibly dominant, I'll be honest.
Right. This is very telling. And like what I want you to be really mindful of is like the way you go about practicing outside of that. Because like obviously go to your local support your scene. I'm not telling you not to do it in any capacity and like play people for fun and all that. But when you want to practice, you definitely really need to go above and beyond and out of your way to not just queue ranked and seek out people who are better than you. And or like similar skill level that understand these rules and concepts that we're playing with, that
for sure.
to force you to be more mindful. Because I think this is a really good example of like, you definitely fell into the trap of like a lot of your autopilot, which is like, I can tell a lot of the decisions and the way you position. And again, it's like, I've literally played you also, and I see the repetition in your play. And it's like, what we have to get away from is just like doing the same things over and over and over. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Like that was a good gem pop attempt. Yeah. Stuff like this. And this is the big thing that I really want you to keep in mind. Is this idea of like, I need to actively get out of my own comfort zone. And like playing different people and different characters and different things. And I think this is something that you are lacking in your like experience of the game. That makes sense.
For sure. Yeah, it makes sense.
Because you absolutely have the connections to play a lot of amazing players. But I definitely don't see you ping in certain servers quite a lot. And it's something that you should definitely be doing more of.
For sure. For sure.
That makes sense.
It does make sense.
Okay. Any questions or thoughts on everything I've said so far? Or anything I haven't mentioned?
A lot of the not pinging recently has been, I wanted to make the push for Aetherian
Yeah.
This last season, just to say that I've done it.
No, that's super valid. But you also can do that and make time to like actually practice.
Yeah, I can. I
Right.
just haven't
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I'm gonna stop making excuses. Actually.
Yes, there you go. Good job. There you
Yep,
go.
no more excuses.
Good job. All right. Are you able to play online right now? I think we should actually play some. I think that would be good for you.
Yeah, I can hop on.
Okay.
I can for sure hop on.
Well, there's an update. Uh-oh. That's scary.
Ollie, please be safe.
Oh my god, they took her hands again.
Oh my god, they removed her left leg.
Dude, I've been saying
Not
they gotta
fair.
put the crystals on her feet, dude.
Dude. You're so right.
Dude, they gotta give her the inside of the gauntlets, it's the gripper.
The grippers.
Oh, is it the Galvin hotfix? Did they fix that? Gotcha. Yeah, galvanized side B was not going farther or something like that. Someone in chat was telling me about that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, boot up.
Get him, Lily.
Newark work for you?
Yeah, that should be fine. We're both East Coast.
You're North Carolina?
South Carolina. Close.
Fuck. It's the same thing, man.
It's not the same thing, dude.
I'm sorry.
It's not the same.
I apologize. That is your heritage. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you. I'm willing to forgive while others might not be able to.
Yes, yeah. But we can't forgive crack.
I mean, I'm willing to look the other way at least.
As long as
Forgive is a
we
strong word,
as we get to keep going, yeah.
Yeah.
Fix the bug and the offstage F strong authority. Oh, good. Keep it safe is crazy. I'm sorry. My bad. That's roasting me.
That's my goat.
Yeah. All right, let's play game or two. And I just want you to keep in mind what we talked about. I'm just like the mix of like, why am I pressing this button? And like, am I sequencing, right?
Yeah.
Step 2, do the simple stuff sometimes. Be aware of when you can take an extra step, but it's like if the context applies, like I just get this simple thing and it's like not super high execution and creates a good game state off of it, like ending with like a down air or a fair, right?
Yeah.
Do that and play off of that instead of like, how do I magically kill you immediately right now? Because that's hard and it's like not consistent, right? Especially in the current patch, it's something we have to recognize that like it's only gonna get harder now, right?
Mhm.
We can still do it, but like
Yeah.
it's all context that's important. And then last one I want you to think about is just like, am I already in the good position? Do I need to be the one breaking this space or not? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, Fleet is like mid-range from me and in the corner. And if I go in and hit her, this is cool. But if I'm wrong, I'm at 80, I die. And like being more aware of when we're making choices like that and like catching ourselves doing it. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, like going up and challenging me on that plat. It's like, did I need to do that? Was there anything
No,
that
I
I
don't-
did that said you should do that, right? And it's like, oh, am I just doing it because I don't know what to do, right?
There.
Nice. Nice. Sometimes we just keep it simple.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Nice. Yep, I'll be good.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be regrab. Nice, very, very good. And I like that where it's like you opted for a reset to get more instead of just like, how do I push this combo more? And that's like the way I want you to think about like the way we get more value, especially as Olympia, is like 99% of the time, it's like, how do I route this into a regrab off of like, is it the move that lets me then run and grab you, or like forcing like something like up air spike or fair spike to then give me the grab, or like down air to tech chase into another grab or a down tilt. That makes sense.
Yeah. That makes
And
sense.
that's how we get more, essentially. So something that me and Beastly talk about a lot, especially since he's been playing a lot more Olympia, is like the characters that we route into down air to get the forced reset, and which characters we just like combo and carry. So like, for example, we really like to force Galvin into down air, because when he's able to like drift, it's really easy to get reversal and things can kind of go funky. But once he's already at a high enough percent, we then just hit him out to then find down air off stage.
Yeah.
But it's that
makes
early percent, it's like doing the down air. Same with like Loxodon, same exact idea.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
That makes sense.
And I think that like the idea is like being aware of like, where am I trying to put you right now at this percent, the context on this stage, things like that. And that giving you like opportunity, because once you find that grab, once you find that nair, right, you pretty much get to choose where I go. And being aware that you have that control is what we need to take advantage of more instead of auto comboing. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any questions or thoughts?
Not really. You're making a lot of sense right now.
Cool. How are we feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good about everything. Everything that you're saying is making a lot of sense, and some of it is stuff that I've personally noticed from looking at my own gameplay, especially over the years. Things that people have been telling me for a long time too. And it's like, I know these things are here. I know I need to change them, and change is hard sometimes.
Yeah, the big thing is just like, how do I actually change it? And like being very specific in the way we want to do it. So like some of these combos, like I said, it's like routing for grab, routing for down air, routing for up air spike, and things like that to then find opportunity instead of just like hit them more and try to do more. Make sense?
Yes.
Let's try another one.
Okay.
Nice. Good. Nice. Ooh, that caught my jump. That was really good. That was bad. Holy shit, I exploded.
I played this matchup a little bit more than the average person.
Yeah. Nice. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah. I definitely see the like confidence in the fights you pick way more in a matchup like that. And especially on a stage, like I definitely see that like enables you a lot more, and being aware of that and like trying to like the way you play on that top plat, right? When it's like up high, do the same thing on merchant. You know, conceptually you understand how to do these things, but it's like try to take what you're familiar with and understand and just move it and relate it to a different position, a different stage, a different matchup. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you understand, like, oh, I go to the top plat when I'm not comfortable. But then it's like,
Yeah, for sure.
that's these are and it's simplistic things like this that we want to relate to be able to expand our knowledge. I definitely see that you are way more confident on smaller stages and like hitting people off earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I encourage you to use more things like playing for force knockdown. And like one of the cool mechanics that we get to really abuse is like when someone's knocked down and you hit them with a non-tumble move and like not jab, you knock them down again. And so abusing that with your down tilt or like abusing up tilt in that moment as well is really, really good. And it's something that I think you would benefit a lot from because you're very good at recognizing when you're getting the force knockdown, which is awesome. But we can get way more value off that force knockdown.
For sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay. Let's do another one.
All right.
Nice. Gotta buff that deck.
Yeah.
Like there, like you sequenced that forward air and it allowed me to like fully take that center stage where it's like jump and react, take a moment. Don't just go faster for the sake of going faster.
Okay.
Add that little bit of mix up in timing to what you're doing so that you can like get the answer. If you don't know what to do, think about it like the game will tell you what to do. Put yourself in the good position to find out the answer. That makes sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go. Good, 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 good. Oh, I missed you. Whoops.
That's fine.
Good spacing on that narrow. Nice find. I count, man. I can count to 3.
All right, I know.
There we go. There we go. Good, 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 good. I really like that. That was a good awareness of like the situation, the plat, like everything there. I really like that. I think that game showed a lot where like there were a lot of times where it's like you saw you just like autopilot your pressure and I would just grab you for free so many times.
Sure.
And it's like I mentioned this earlier, it's like we just gotta grab more. Just like straight up grab more. I think a lot of times you assume people are gonna fight you back, where it's like you hit my shield, it's like I know I can't. I'm not gonna bother. And like situations like that too is like that's what's gonna get you parried more. That's what's gonna get you grabbed more. And that in this game especially is gonna get you punished significantly harder. Like
for sure.
A lot of that shield pressure you do, like if you do that against Crag, you just get killed for it, right? And like being aware of that. And I think it's really, really important that we can be more mindful of our decision making. Does that make sense?
For sure, for sure. I definitely play incredibly ignorant against shield.
Yeah. And I think that's like where you get
people are gonna
yourself
let go of
taken
it.
advantage of the most is you read shield and then you like think 3 steps ahead.
Yes. Yes.
I really want you to remember that like step-by-step interaction. And play that out instead of just trying to go faster. Faster's not always better. We're like, if you notice a lot of times, like I'd hit you on the plat and just like go for the regrab. And then now I get the easy combo off the plat and get more value off of it, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, especially at low percent where it's like, it's worth it. As well as like being more mindful of like your knockdown percents where like a lot of times you tend to up tilt a little early.
Yes.
And that's something to be really, really mindful of because that's getting you reversal a lot. Is like hitting me with like jab or like down tilt and up tilt too early. Because up tilt's pretty early. It's like 25, 35. I forget which one. But down tilt, we both know, is not for a while, especially in the Ditto too. And so that's something to be way more careful about. Okay?
For sure.
Okay, let's try another one.
Okay.
Nice, good find.
Yeah.
Oops, thinking my dash. Beat it.
She needs it, trust.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Almost. You had the right idea where it's like, I should be getting a finisher there. You just missed the execution. That's exactly what I mean, where it's like, I can see there are little moments like that where you're like, I don't actually know how to end this. And being more aware of the route you're taking instead of going faster so that you can have a finisher is exactly what we're missing in your routes. Is like accounting for like where we're actually trying to take Galvin right now. We're like at this percent, where are we trying to hit me?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, we're trying to go off stage or we're trying to get hard confirms. That's literally it.
Yeah.
Aha, super move. Oh my god. Okay, we're good. Oh, you did the thing, yes!
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
The thing I'm too chicken to ever do. Very nice. Yeah, I think that game really showed a lot of moments for you too, where it's just like, you kind of hit me, and then it was like, oh, this didn't like do anything. And then you like got hit. You like got reversaled because you were like, wait,
What do
I didn't know where to take this. And then there's like that moment of hesitation, and then I just dropped through plat or like fell and just like back aired you and like nared you.
Yeah. For sure.
And like being aware of like it is just no longer my turn is so important.
Yep.
Is a really, really big thing. To really like the way I want you to think about this is Darai puts this in like kind of a fun way, and I'm gonna simplify it a little bit. It's called flip. And so the game like flips, and it's like who is the one that is like flipped and it's their turn, and who is the one that's able to flip it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not the someone in chat, not the fucking flip. Okay, so there's two layers to it that's really important, which is like whose turn is it, and like who can flip it, and being aware when it can be both. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so like there are moments where it's like you can be doing your combo and it's like, all right, their agency is just like DI, right? And it's just like we are doing our thing and that's awesome, right? But then it's like once you hit like your finisher or it's like the combo ends for whatever reason, it's like, okay, they have agency. You're still in control, so you flipped it into your favor, but they can now flip it back. Does that make sense? Yeah. And being aware of that, but also like realizing that like if you're aware of it too, you can use that to your advantage to prevent them from doing it, right? Where it's like he's gonna down air at a hit stun, don't fucking jump into the down air at a hit stun, right? And it's just like sounds so silly, but it's like we have to be respectful in those moments and use their desire to hit us back or not if they're scared, right? To our advantage to find more opportunities by applying more positional pressure versus just swinging more.
Yeah.
And that's where these matchups that are like really, really swingy, you'll feel this the most in your play, and it being like it's primarily the heavies and Maple. And so this being like Galvin, Loxodont, Crag, Maple, and Daedalus, where it's like if you don't respect their ability to flip it, you can just explode. Even like Obza can do this to you in certain contexts as well. But it's like all these characters, it's like Lox, Crag, Daedalus, and Maple can hit you in like 4 different ways and just make you explode really quickly. Where like Obza, it's like we need to just be playing around like up air and forward air at a hit stun and stuff like that. But a lot of these ones will just like scoop you up and just rip you down. And like that's the thing that I really want you to be more mindful of is like when they can do that. That makes sense?
Yes, that makes complete sense.
Any questions or thoughts so far?
Nothing specific now. Like what you're saying, it makes complete sense on the flipping situation. Because honestly, I do hesitate a lot because I'm not sure if I can get the hit or not. I don't know if they're able to act or not.
And that's the thing is like we
I
need
know
to
what
be
they
better
want
at
to do.
knowing that. But on the flip side
Yeah.
too is being aware of like you have to react to your own hesitation. Okay.
Yeah.
Where it's like I hesitated. I don't get to keep going. And you have to embrace that like you're human and that's going to happen. And that's okay. We have to get better at like recognize the situations where we do hesitate too much or a lot, so that we're not
Yeah.
constantly doing it. But we need to not use that as like a because I hesitate, I'm guessing. It's like when you hesitate, you need to go, it's not my turn anymore. That's the muscle memory that has to be built internally.
Yes. After the hesitation, just reset.
Yeah,
Try
it's like
again
just it's because what I want you to do is like if you hesitate, it's like, what do you want to do? I don't get to do something now. What do you want to do? And it can even be like you hit like a forward air and you're like, I didn't react to hitting that. And they just like get knocked down. Don't guess. Just like don't guess. Just look at them and be like, what do you want to do? Instead of just like running forward and getting get up attacked for no reason, right? It's like just stand there and be like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay. Let's do one more game. Okay?
Okay.
And I want you to kind of put this in mind where it's like we're going to grab more. We're going to try get like more simple combos and we're going to be aware of like when the game can flip.
Okay.
Damn, you got fucking wobbled by that.
That's that buff, right?
Yeah, it is. Somebody clip that for me, actually. I need to send that to Trevor. I don't like that it did that to you.
Like, why did I take 17 for that interaction?
You know, they like doing this thing where projectiles don't have counterplay.
Yeah.
Yep, and then just take your hit, right? And now create the situation you want. And that's okay. You just grabbed ledge too late there.
Yeah.
There you go. See, it's just like what you did. Like, be aware of like how you would play this on another stage. Yes, move around me. Careful there.
Right.
Not yet.
No, not quite. Soon though.
Yep. There we go. Good up tilt.
I'm fine. That's fine.
Nah, yeah, you're shooting it up. And that's what I mean when it's like little moments like that. It's like, don't give me that. You didn't have to fight me there. You had the plat, right? You didn't have an answer. You just wanted to keep hitting me there, right?
Yes.
And that it's recognizing that feeling versus the game says I get to hit you here, right?
Yes.
That's what we need to start like recognizing is, am I listening to like me or the game? And it's important to have instinct, but we can't rely on just instinct when we don't know what to do.
For sure.
We need justification behind our decisions. Oh, my special meat failed me. Nice find. That was really good.
Thank you.
Up, good. And And I like that you recognized you hesitated on that down tilt, and so you were trying to reset and didn't force rush after it hit too. Like, that's exactly what I mean. Where you were just like, all right, I got my hit. I didn't find what I wanted, but if it happens again, that's awesome. But we're not trying to force it here because we can't afford to give her opportunities.
For sure. Not on this stage.
Ah,
Now you're aware of it.
that's my trick. I invented that. Good. Again, it's like I like that you didn't try to force a fight there. You recognize like these are not good fights. Protect myself. Oh, I didn't get my jump into the back air.
You're fine.
Oh, I
Less
did
fine.
not tech it. I was trying to tech nair you. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Let's reflect. What
Okay.
have we learned
my
and
way.
internalized in our
I'm
own
late for
words?
class.
So, main thing is I need to be more aware of my fights and more aware of where I need to end things instead of pushing for nonsensical shenanigans that would never hit. That's like the main thing. I also definitely need to get more comfortable with the ledge, being at the ledge and using it as a resource.
Yeah.
As well as recovery routes, because those are definitely very weak.
Yes. Yeah. And I really encourage you going to watch, like, go watch Switch, go watch myself, and go watch Sandstorm, and just look at the different mix-ups that we all, like, tend to default to. Where, like, Sandstorm is the best at using gem. Switch is the best at, like, the way he mixes up from down B, especially going backwards and, like, saving his double jump. And I am probably the best one on and off the wall. Okay.
Yeah.
I would look for specifically that. And explore those scenarios and see like what kind of things you can do. Obviously, things are a little bit weirder now because side B, but like a lot of the mix-ups, we still have it gem into air dodge. We still have the thing that Terry likes to do, where it's like the punch into the dash. Like we can still recover from super far. That makes sense.
Yeah. I really don't think that changed.
No, it
means
didn't do shit.
anything,
It just made
honestly.
Harbor a little bit less broken for us. That's all it did. Literally,
That it literally doesn't matter in like 90% of situations,
No.
in my opinion.
not at all. Yeah, awesome.
Don't tell
Big
anyone
fan.
that.
Big fan.
Okay.
All right. Any final questions then?
Final questions. Let's see. I think we've covered a lot of things that I should be working on, rather. I'll be able to find this later to look back on, correct?
Yeah, it'll be on my YouTube stream. So if you go to my
Awesome.
YouTube channel, and then you go to the live tab, it'll be on there. Okay.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
Cool. Well, like I said, if you have any other questions, feel free to just let me know. And we should
I'll
definitely play
probably
more
hit you up
soon.
later.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right,
definitely.
bud. Well, I'm gonna get on out of here, and I will talk to you later. Have a good night.
All right. You too. Thank you for this.
Of course, absolutely. Alrighty, guys, it is time. I gotta go be on a podcast. So what we're gonna do? I can't rate it because it's a YouTube stream. It's time for Dashback, so we gotta go there like now. I gotta go get ready. So everybody, go open that up. Everyone, go spam in their chat and be like, haha, nurse smells, haha, and all that cool stuff. And